Hi everybody, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Now this is going to be a very interesting video, I'll tell you that from the get-go, because we're going to really jump into this Epic Store business. I'm going to be obviously talking about the deal that they got with the Outer Worlds, but we're also going to be dragging in a couple of other games. We're going to be talking about the Division 2 sales, and we're also going to be talking about Metro Exodus and how that has performed on the Epic Store as well. And we're also going to look at you and me. We're going to look at the gamer perspective when it comes to the Epic Store, because this is so unbelievably schizophrenic, it's unreal. So we've got a lot to unpack here. So first things first, the Outer Worlds tweeted this out about 25 minutes ago. Our partners at Epic Games have announced that the Outer Worlds will be coming to the Epic Game Store at launch, alongside the Windows Store. Now, bear in mind, of course, that they do have a relationship with Microsoft. Microsoft have a deal with them, and kind of like an exclusivity deal with them after this game. So it will also be coming to the Windows Store. It will be released on other digital platforms 12 months later. The Outer Worlds will still release on Xbox and PlayStation at launch. Now, this in itself is schizophrenic, and I'll go into why. First of all, it's technically an Epic exclusive, another Epic Store exclusive, which we'll have a look at the reaction from the community, the gaming community, very shortly. Needless to say, you've read the thumbnail, you've seen the title, they ain't happy. But we get here, we're doing an exclusive deal with Epic. It's only on the Windows Store by default because of their Microsoft deal anyway. But it's essentially an Epic Store exclusive. So they're like, we're having an exclusivity deal for PC, but down here, for Xbox and PlayStation, no. No. So we've got exclusivity on console. No, everyone gets it on console. So that's kind of polarizing as is many of these other. This is the whole thing which I think is starting to piss gamers off, is that all of these that are going with the Epic Store exclusivity, you can get on console, whichever one you want. You got free reign of choice. And yeah, for all the people who are just like, you got to wait 12 months, you know, they ain't waiting 12 months to get your game. You know, that's a done deal. The vast majority of the sales are going to be done at launch on whichever platform it is. So let's just see how it's gone down with the community. Ooh, Scum City, vilified. For your overwhelmingly monstrous behaviour, you have become vilified by the community. Whoops. Another Fallout meme, everyone disliked that. I think that's a Fallout New Vegas meme, by the way. Everyone disliked that. Fallout 4. You were the chosen ones. I'm disappointed that you took money for an exclusivity. Instead of being an open PC community, you're turning it into a console war. I'm going to pass. Well, it's not. I disagree with the console war business. I certainly agree with the exclusivity on PC. But, you know, I think most people already have their consoles of choice. So it's not going to be a real battle between PlayStation and PlayStation. Oh, sorry, Xbox. My bad. This person also highlights, I don't think you know what console war means yet, because there's only two. Day one pirate, because they're putting on an Epic. You know, you don't want to hear that. Pirate. You see, you know. I'm kidding me. Look, it's all pretty much negative. It's all pretty much negative. Yeah? Not happy. So this is perception. This is perception. So the Epic Store has already got itself a horrible reputation. Why has it got a horrible reputation? Is it because of exclusivity in itself? No. I don't think that's the case, because there are Xbox exclusives, there are PlayStation exclusives, and yes, people do get frustrated by that, but you don't see sort of like this kind of behavior, really. Why? It's because of how Epic are getting these exclusives. When it came to, for example, Metro Exodus, it was announced for Steam, it was announced for other platforms. And then, very close to launch, oh, no, it's an Epic exclusive. Epic came in, threw some money at them to have exclusivity deal, and then they went with them. pissing off a lot of the Steam community, people who like to keep their libraries in order in one particular point. On top of that, we recently saw the deal with the people who made the first XCOM game and their Phoenix Point saga, and that was a crowd-funded project. So that was money from gamers, money from people who were supporting the creator of XCOM and the spiritual successor, which was going to be Phoenix Point. And then they turn around and go, hey, Epic exclusive. And it wasn't funded by their money. It was funded by people's money. And they'd said one of the conditions is it was going to go to GOG and it was going to go to Steam. And now they're pissed off. But they're saying, hey, you can get refunds because they don't care anymore, because they've got Epic's money. So Epic are kind of coming across as the bad guy, because instead of creating competition with Steam, instead of going head to head and you see developers getting a better deal, you were hoping by a knock-on effect, we as gamers were going to get a better deal. It's going on the Epic Store. It's going to come out for slightly less. Steam need to respond. So does Steam match, or does Steam try and usurp Epic's dominance there and lower it again and make it a better product for all? I mean, one of the reasons why I have all these bloody PlayStation 4 physical copies is because it's cheaper for me to do this. Sure, I'd rather have it maybe all digitally, but it's just cheaper for me to do that because I can buy a brand new game for 40 quid at most places, or I can spend £60 digitally. No. So with these two digital PC powerhouses coming together, you were hoping it was going to breed competition, lower prices for gamers as well, and everyone gets a better deal because the developers are going to get a better cut from Epic as well. But that's not been the case. It's all we've seen is Epic just grabbing IP and clutching it. Mine, 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 mine. And it's not breeding any sort of competition. It's not benefiting the gamer. And that is what we, as the purchaser of these products, seem to be having a problem with. Now, I want to talk about the Division 2 now and their perception of the Epic Store and how it could affect them, because it's come out that physical sales of the Division 2 are down 80% on the Division 1. Now, obviously, there's been a couple of years gap, few years gap. I think it came out in 2015, Division, maybe. So there's been a three or 4 year gap anyway, 2015, 2016, between the two. But digital sales, I wouldn't imagine have are going to compensate for that 80% deficit. Now, obviously, the reputation based off the first Division game would have caused people to be very skeptical. And rightly so. The first Division game had a lot of promise, and it came out and it was awfully bugged, awfully imbalanced, glitched, so many cheaters, the whole job lot, So it had such a poor start. Maybe people just decided to back away from that one. But the problem is that the Division 2 is an Epic Store exclusive when it comes to PC. Because that's the deal that Ubisoft have brokered with Epic Games. So what are the sales on PC going to be like? What are the sales on the Epic Store going to be like? Now, I don't think it's suicide by any stretch of the imagination, but I think it's going to be down drastically on what the perception of the physical sales have been. And so the Division 2 might be in a spot of bother, which is a shame because it's a really good game. I've been playing quite a lot of it. Since I got it a week and a bit ago or whatever. And it's fun. It's it's got a few glitches here and there, but for the most part, tight as you like. Good gunplay. Haven't apparently come across any cheats or anything like that. So apart from the odd graphical glitch here and there, the odd floating till register, it's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff. But sales could be down drastically because it's not having that Steam support or the GOG support, but mostly Steam support because it's an Epic exclusive. But then, because I got to balance this all, we have Metro Exodus. Now, this article has just come out as I was going to record this video, so I'm going to include it in the description box down below. Now, Epic are saying that Metro Exodus has sold 2.5 times better on its store than Metro Last Light did on Steam. Now, obviously that is a loaded statement because there could be various criteria as to why this happened. Obviously the exclusivity deal being one of them, even though they did fulfill their Steam pre-orders. But I think a lot of it probably went down to how poorly a lot of AAA games have been performing, how people have been desperately looking for alternatives to play in the marketplace, and how Metro Exodus was shaping up to be a really interesting looking game. So I think all of these contributed and helped, as well as the PC audience, blossoming since the last Light came in 2013. Last Light came out. So in 6 years, the PC audience has gone up drastically. The gaming industry has just gone up and up and up. So that you've got to take those factors into consideration as well. So it is a slightly loaded statement. But what it does show is it's not the end if you go on to an Epic exclusive. You're not going on there and, like I said, committing hara-kiri as a game publisher or a game developer. And this will give hope to other developers. But unfortunately, it's the perception to the gamer. And the gamer has a very poor perception of the Epic Store. Because Epic are coming across as the bad guy. And when you come across as the bad guy, then you might not get the support that you hope for. So I will say this for nothing, and it's not a stab at Epic, although there's been so much that have come out about the Epic Store recently that I'm very wary of it. I will very likely get the Outer Worlds at launch. I'm not going to take this out on them, but it's very likely I will get it on the PlayStation 4. And I would just bypass the PC completely. Now, if it was coming out on Steam, there actually might have been a good chance that I would have got it on Steam. But I don't really fancy this Epic Game Store business right now. Not until we know much more about it, and not until we fully discover what's going on with it. Because I'm not a fan of the practices that are going on right now. So, yeah. There was a lot to unpack there, wasn't there? Some very interesting things going on. So I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming links. They're in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.